There's one thing I want to speak on. Something that crossed my mind today. I just find it so hilarious, and I find it funny when people say, oh, she's not mixed. She's not Cuban. She's not Puerto Rican. She's black. She's black. She looks like us. So she's black. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you know her personally? Do you know her ancestry? How far her ancestor roots go? Do you know her family? Do you know her background? Better yet, do you even know her parents? If you answer no to any of these questions, then how are you able to dictate what someone's ethnical background is, let alone what their race is? And furthermore, why does it even matter what someone's race is? Because to me, the thing with me is race doesn't matter to me because I feel that we're all a human race altogether. But see, if race really mattered to me, if race mattered to me, then I would have been saying the same things all these other people were saying, trying to claim everything on black and white. But see, the fact that race doesn't matter to me, that's why I'm fighting so hard not to have such a stereotypical label put on people. So, what makes a person black? That's one thing that I would like to know. Because, see, the last time I checked, people are so quick to put labels on everything. And they're always quick to label someone as being black or they're being white. They don't even want to be aware of the fact that there are people of many different ethnical backgrounds among the human race. And you know what I think it is? I think it has to do a lot with fear. It has a lot to do with fear because people don't want to accept the fact that we're all mixed with something. Furthermore, what bothers me is how people, especially black people within the black community, they automatically are willing to accept that all black people come from Africa. Well, to me, I can't accept that. That's something that I can't accept. Because I just think to me it's just a term. It's just a term in my own opinion. You know, like, how do you know that person comes from Africa? So because you're brown skin, that automatically makes you come from Africa? Says who? What? How do you know? Is it because the white man told you? The wealthy, rich white man that owns the world? Is because he told you that? Is that what? Is that why you believe it? Because, see, all throughout school and all throughout the history books, we were taught for many, many years that we all come from Africa. But see, as I grew older and began to do a lot more research, I start to realize that a lot of the stuff that they teach you in the history books, it's not all completely factual. You see what I'm saying? Why does this matter to me? Because I don't like people having labels put on them. I like people to be able to live freely in the world without having a specific label put on them. Now, does it really matter if someone's African American or if someone is Indian or if someone is Indonesian or Puerto Rican? Does it really matter? To me, no. I mean, what's the difference? No one's better than anyone. No one is any less of anyone just because they are different. But when it comes to white supremacy, you know, they try to make us seem different. They separate us by different culture. And to me, I just don't agree with that term. Cause see, I'm obviously a black man, and one thing that bothers me. See, one thing that bothers me is it's not so much of how white people view black people that really bothers me, because I could walk out of my house and I can always find a way to step out of the box and prove that I'm not, you know, the stereotypical version of what you view black people as. I can always prove that to anyone, you know. But people's version of what they think a black person is, or what they think is black, that's not what really bothers me. What bothers me is the fact that people have indulged themselves into this for so many years that they've completely brainwashed themselves into believing that they come from here, and this is what they do, and this is what they do. To me, African American is just a term that was just put on all people. It's not something that everyone is. So I don't want to hear nothing about, well, you know, we all came here on the same boat. We all came from the same place. Okay, yeah, we all came. Okay. They may have all came from the same place, but what necessarily distinguishes that, though? Because, see, there has to be a fine line between, you know, what's factual and what is just a myth. You know, back in slavery, yes, they were all here on the same boat. Everyone came here, but see, that has nothing to do with me. That alone has nothing to do with me, because I feel that as a black man, I know who I am. I know where I stand in this country, and I don't need history to dictate who I am as a person. And the first thing that a lot of black people want to do, they want to be the first to discredit someone, especially in their own community, someone that is mixed within their own community. They want to discredit that because they're afraid to accept that. They're afraid to accept that there's different cultural backgrounds. But see, what they fail to realize is that black people come in many different aspects, many different diverse forms and figures. And you know, you got the light-skinned blacks, the brown-skinned blacks, the caramel blacks, the dark blacks. I don't know if I already said that. You know, you have black people that come from many different shades. So why not embrace that? You know? Now, sure, there's light-skinned black people, dark-skinned black people that come from Africa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. But just because these black people come from a certain place, that don't mean that these black people came from that place. Because, see, I was born to black parents, okay? My ancestors are Native American. My ancestors are not even from Africa. They're Native American. But I still identify as black. My mother still identifies as black, even though she's half and half, even though she's 50-50, 50% black, 50% white, and the other part is Native American. She still identifies as black, and that's completely fine, you know? But all these terms and all this other stuff, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. So how could people try to put a label on something that they really don't know nothing about? What? Because, like I said before, what? Because you listened all your life to what a man told you? See, you have white men. We have been taught over the years that if you're not white, you automatically come from Africa. If you're not white, you automatically have to keep a low haircut. You can't rock your natural hair. You know, you can't get a job unless you look professional. You know, you have to have a natural, clean cut look. You know, and a lot of black men have been taught that you have to at least keep a low haircut in order to feel secure about yourself, in order for people to look at you as a normal black man and not a thug. And to me, that bothers me. And I'm just speaking nothing but factual, valid, statistical evidence. It's nothing but true facts. This is something that I really wanted to get off my chest. And I don't know how everybody else feels about it. I'm not trying to make this video long, but I want you guys to comment below and let me know what you think about this. Like, how do you feel when it comes to race? Because to me, I feel that as long as there is different cultures and different ethnicities among the human race, I feel that there's always going to be that divide, because there's people out there that don't want to accept that there's other cultures out there, because they're so busy in their mind feeling superior over that person. And it's only one reason, because of that: jealousy. They can't accept the fact that there's other people that can be just as great as them. That's the whole reason why slavery started, right? And technically, we say racism is over, right? Well, we would all like to believe racism is over. We would all like to believe that it's not there anymore. We all would love to just believe that people don't think highly of us, but there's people out there that still do. Me personally, I think racism is something that America has a hard time coping with. It have a hard time tackling, because it's something nobody wants to talk about or really deal with, because everyone doesn't want to see it as that. That's why it's so much tension between blacks and whites mainly, you know. And it comes from both ends. Racism comes from both ends. So, what are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys think about it?